There is Jillian Noel from Spokane and from San Sebastián in Los Países Vascos of Spain, Aitana Alvarez.
Yeah, look for Alvarez is striking, great low kicks. But again, she has evolved, especially with her wrestling. As for Jillian, she feels very confident now with her striking. Her last opponent was a kickboxing background practitioner, and she brought her the heat. Expect the same here from No, but if anything, she does have that background in the ground game. Wow, look at that vicious right hand.
Tight quarters into the clinch. Jillian Noel connecting there again. Noel victorious over Jennifer Triaru, second round TKO in June of this year. In August of this year, Aitana Alvarez TKO second round victory over Tyler Schaefer. So mirror images with regards to the results. See with the fights. This is going to be a stand-up. Early on, indicators would confirm that.
By the way, shout out to Katie Perez, who will be competing next week. She's watching the show, Max. She's keeping an eye on the talent.
All right, Katie, hello. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Where else would you want to be? Aitana Alvarez, again, her father trained her, whose father was in MMA. Would hear stories about her grandfather's boxing experience. So Alvarez has been a fighting family and completely part of Aitana's life. She used to practice karate, judo, and jiu-jitsu. She's turned into a bigger practitioner of the striking game. Good knee there by Noel.
Yeah, does the clinch work here. Noel does have, if he ever has those hooks locked in. Alvarez now, so see, this is where the advantage goes to Noel. She does have great background in the ground game, but we have seen Alvarez evolve. What can she bring to the table here?
Into the guard, creeping up that guard of Jillian Noel. Get some separation to drop some forearms.
A great positioning from Aitana. She landed in some forms, as you mentioned, but no, very patient, looking for something that is available for her. This is a position where any mistake could be a problem.
Quick look at the referee cram. As you can see, the Euskadi flag, the Basque flag, there on the shorts of Aitana Alvarez. Jillian Noel drives an ice cream truck on her off time. Side thing I found, she goes, it fits me perfectly. Punching someone in the face and then handing them over an ice cream with a smile.
So bubbly, man. She's a very charismatic fighter. She really is.
And everyone loves ice cream. Not everyone can eat it, but everyone does love it. Alvarez has taken the high ground and has made the most of it. Marcos Perez has been vocal, perhaps thinking about splitting him up, but Alvarez is busy enough.
Yeah, they're both busy. Noel's defending. She's exchanging with her every time that Alvarez shows something. She is being active. Good positioning from Alvarez here. She's putting all that body weight, pinning her to la jaula so she can land in those strikes. But as you mentioned, Max, referee will have a close eye on this, because if Noah doesn't do anything, if there's not much action, Noah has to stand it up. He's already alerting the ladies that this fight may be brought to the feet.
The corner of Alvarez is saying, keep it there. This is where you want to do, but you got to stay active. But keep her there, and they are aware that Jillian Noel is not too thrilled about being in here. But Marcos Perez tempted. There it is. There's the break.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
He had 1 foot in there, and now Noel with a minute to go back on her feet.
This is what it is. Our women here in Combate Global, man, they always bring it, especially in the stand-up game. Look at that right hand from Noel. Alvarez firing back. Exchange of leather between these women.
Both these women talking about the status of women in MMA. They know they are carrying a major responsibility with them. Good right hand root one there by Alvarez.
And Noel could take a punch.
She just absorbed that.
She'll take 1, 2, and come back with another one fearlessly.
Alvarez's corner very animated, but Noel's now got her foot on the pedal. Just went right in there. Alvarez is trying to quell that as best she can. 10 seconds to go.
No, finished off their opponent that same way. She found the opportunity, laid a flurry of punches, and that's all she wrote. Could it be the same? We'll find out.
We are back here for round 2. Both fighters showing a few scars from the battle. Alvarez a little worse for wear. She had a game plan which she executed. She got Noel to the ground, Rodolfo, but when Noel came up, I think Aitana Alvarez realized that Noel has got a motor, came right out and fired away.
She's like a slingshot with that right hand. She'll come in and fire. Now Alvarez needs to keep moving, because once Noel gets in her groove, there's no way of stopping her.
Noel looking even much more complete than her victory last time out. This was the round that both of these fighters finished their opponents.
She just set it up, man, and she just will not stop.
Yeah, you can see Alvarez is like reconsidering some of the game plan. Doesn't want to get caught in the pocket with Noel.
No, and you see her, she's even backpedaling a bit. So she needs, look at that right hand.
Yeah, they said takedown. She went for it. It was quelled. Noel on top.
Noel has great takedown defense. Look, when you're able to just push off a fighter like that, I mean, that just shows how confident you are and where you want this fight to end. And that's right here in the Celera and La Jaula exchanging.
Training out of Warrior Camp. Jillian Noel saying, Warrior Camp is my home. They are my family. She lives in the gym, and you can see her. She's been working on her craft.
They gave that one to Alvarez.
Well, she had a good start to the opening round. I will say that Jillian Noel has got round 2 by the scruff of the neck, but still early. Asking for kicks, Alvarez's corner. Oh, good right hand again. Noel's getting it in there, short right hands.
Yeah, Noel's being more the aggressive here, pressuring Alvarez.
Alvarez looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, she does.
Left hand by Noel, not much behind it, but it connects. Using both hands very well, Noel, and her feet. I like what you said about the slingshot. It feels like she's slinging rocks right now towards Alvarez.
She puts all that power coming from that back leg. Take a look at those stats there that you're looking in real time. More punches thrown by Noel, kicks as well.
And I think Alvarez was leading those categories, but now Noel's past her and starting to distancing herself. Just as that went on, it went from 82-74 to 89-74, 11-5, 13-5.
You know, that one takedown that just happened in this round from Alvarez, and that's about it.
Does Alvarez want to get this to the ground? We had that one takedown attempt, which was squashed.
But Noel does have that background in jiu-jitsu. It could backfire, but no, Alvarez was doing a good job in positioning her body where she can land in some hammer fists, working the rib cage area.
But 2 minutes to go. Round 2.
And now she's using that distance there, moving around, cutting the corners, is exchanging. Now Alvarez piggyback or going back to that strategy that she had from the beginning, to stick and move, stick and move.
Good left hand there by Noel. It's all about impressing the judges here. She has a hole to dig out of after losing round 1. Official scorecards.
Great jab from Noel.
Where else but Combate Global do you have a fight between fighters from Spokane, Washington and San Sebastian, Spain?
Great low kick there from Alvarez.
She's trying to match the striking, Alvarez.
And that's the thing, when you exchange in that pocket, Noel does have the advantage. That's right. Alvarez needs to stick and move, which it has been working.
Almost a tight clinch there that she was able to get something off, speaking of Alvarez in red. Looping overhand right by Noel. Back into that clinch here for Alvarez. Neither wants to engage.
Ooh. Love that she parried that right hand, and Alvarez just followed up with her pair of leather.
Alvarez, who talks so much about her father, did lose her father 2 weeks before a fight that she lost.
Great body work now from Alvarez. to Noel.
Now a takedown attempt perhaps gets the back of Noel. Final seconds, round 2.
You know, just
Something
towards
to
the end of
build
this
on here
round.
for round 3 for Alvarez. He gets Noel to her knees. There's the green. I can assure you, underneath that mouthpiece, it's all teeth, smiling ear to ear. Round 3. The question is, who won round 2? Alvarez won round 1.
And I've seen Noel here a couple of times in Combate. When that girl's smiling, she's coming in viciously, I'll tell you that much. Don't let that smile fool you.
She has walked through that. But has she looked better than the last fight, Jillian Noel? It looks like she's worked on some things.
The striking, and it's been. We saw the involvement in that previous fight against Jennifer Thireault from France, who had a kickboxing background. And she even said it in the interview this week during media week, or media day, where she said, yeah,
Oh, she's saying she's being choked, Alvarez. Looked at Marcos Perez and can she do that?
Standing choke. Seen it once.
Hey, but they let you
This
do
year?
it. Get every edge you can.
Oh, man, we have.
We're even. That was a good round for Noel. She started well and she persevered. So it comes down to the 3rd round.
All right.
So much at stake. A win would be huge for both of these fighters. I think they've done enough even in the defeat. We'll see them again, but it is a big step back, but a huge step forward for a win.
Back-to-back close fights.
125-pound fights.
Oh,
Very competitive. The current #1 is Maritza Sanchez. Melissa Amaya, #2. Some good fighters. We saw Lucero Acosta La Loba. She was #4. Maybe she moves into the top 3 when the new rankings come out.
Alvarez is searching for that takedown, and she takes that takedown and does something with it to solidify that win, or solidify that victory in this 3rd round.
Noel just watertight, not letting anything through with the body contact.
Yeah, good stuff on Noel, closing that clinch
Noel
really tight.
Noel looks better across the board. Everything's good. Even the takedown defense, massively improved.
She's stopping Alvarez from every corner, not allowing her to take her down, positioning her body so she puts her hips down, putting in that shoulder, pinning her to the jaula, not allowing her to do anything. But now she has it. Now it's flipping here. She needs to be careful.
It's got that leg. Aitana Alvarez just trying to slow down Noel, and she will not go down.
And now she flipped it. Now she should throw in some knees here. It's a good shot.
Again,
good
we saw
opportunity.
Alvarez trying to go the underhook, and Noel would not have it. No room. Marcos Perez will separate them. These two fighters are in the top 10 in the flyweight. Noel is currently 8th. Alvarez is 9th.
It's coming down to the wire, Max, between these two.
And did you hear the corner of Alvarez?
Yep.
Says, we're losing, Aitana. Get urgency. Vamos.
That's that open scoring too, Max. You know, they're able to see those scores between rounds. And we've had a conversation with fighters at corners to say, do you let your fighters know? Some do, some don't.
Aitana Vamos is the message from the corner.
Oh.
She's listening, but as she comes in, she took a good right hand from Noel.
Alvarez sneaked in there 2-3 shots. That's another one, just straight jab that connected to Noel. Alvarez looking good so far in this round.
It is the finest of margins in this 3rd round. A takedown, a good combination could mean the difference. Right hand from Alvarez. Noel can't respond with the equal venom, but does come over the top.
Alvarez just seems to be more consistent compared to Noel.
A minute to go here in the final round. Alvarez won round 1. Noel won round 2.
You hear the corner from Noel telling her, work the legs, quick kick her.
Almost
And that's
a
to
single
set
leg.
him up. Yeah, setting it up for some combinations. But Alvarez now bringing it to the clinch.
And Alvarez is banking on a takedown here to be the difference.
Right, and that could be the big difference if she were to take her down right here.
Nope, closest it's been. Noel again with brilliant defending.
Great clinch work there.
She gets nice and upright, wedges in there like a doorstop.
Great pummeling. See how she puts that shoulder there?
This is going to be very tough to call. We always say you don't want to leave it to the judges. Sometimes the judges don't want you to leave it to them because they're going to have a real dilemma.
They can make them work.
They're going to go, oh boy. So much at stake for these two fighters. And she's apologizing for the chokehold. Well done, class act Jillian Knoll, but it's now judges' time.
El juez Streisand anotó 29-28 a favor de Álvarez. Judge Streisand scores it 29-28 in favor of Álvarez. El juez Lázaro 29-28 a favor de Knoll. Judge Lázaro scores it 29-28 in favor of Knoll. Y el juez Rodríguez anotó 29-28. Judge Rodríguez scores it 29-28 in favor of the winner by way of split decision. A favor de la vencedora por decisión dividida, Jillian Valkyrie Knoll.
This was so tight, split decision, and you know the judges that gave that third round to Knoll probably had to really flesh it out as much as they could. Back-to-back victories for Knoll, 3-2, and on the rise in the women's flyweight division.